What do we got today?
I have an 1890s Tiffany pocket watch.
Okay.
In 18 karat gold.
Where did you get, ooh, this, that's heavy. There's lots of pocket watches out there from this time period, and literally you can barely put your thumb on it and the case will flex because it's made out of gold. Gold's expensive, really lightweight. You pick this thing up and you go, damn, that's a lot of gold.
I came to the pawn shop today to sell an 1890s Tiffany pocket watch made out of 18 karat gold. I'd really rather have a watch I can use like a Rolex. I'm looking for about 10 to 12,000. The least I'd like to take is about 6,000.
The great thing is it's Tiffany. I mean, it's, as far as like jewelry in the United States, it's probably the most iconic brand, hands down. Basically, anything that says Tiffany on it is gonna be really well made.
Inside of here is the actual movement.
Probably a 17 jewel movement. What the jewels do is the staff for the gears sits in between those. It's not metal against metal. It's metal against the sapphire. The sapphire is very hard. It's not gonna wear down.
Huh.
This is definitely a Swiss movement. It looks like Patek Philippe because that's what Tiffany used back in this time period.
Wow.
Patek Philippe was founded in Switzerland back in the mid-1800s by a Polish guy named Patek and a Frenchman named Philippe. They were like the dynamic duo of watchmaking. They came up with tons of innovations and actually invented the first wristwatch. Now, it is Tiffany & Company. It's got a incredibly heavy 18 karat gold case that's not dinged up, scratched up, anything like that. That's hard to find. It's a great watch. Now there are some problems with it. There's nothing special about it. There's no up and down indicator, there's no stopwatch, there's no repeater, there's no moon phase, anything like that. It's a bare bones movement. This is the ones they made on the assembly line in Switzerland. These are not the handmade ones.
Gotcha.
So, what do you want to do with it?
I was looking for 10 to 12,000.
That's not going to happen. Normally, pocket watches go like this for like 2,500 bucks. But you have this massively heavy case. So, I mean, you have all that intrinsic value of all the gold.
Right.
You got $4 grand here.
I can't go that low. You bring up some good arguments, but I still think it's a gorgeous watch. I'd be willing to come down to 7,500.
No, $4 grand is my top dollar.
But you can't hit with the top dollar right off the bat.
You know,
5 and it's yours today.
No, $4 grand.
There's got to be a little bit more in there. Come on, you got to give me something.
I'll go 42, that's it.
All right, I can do that.
All right, 4,200 bucks.
Thank you.
This is a great buy for the shop. Old Tiffany stuff usually flies off the shelf. Even if it didn't, I'd still want to buy it just for the gold alone.
Hey, how's it going?
Going just great.
What do we got?
I got a 1926 Dunhill watch lighter, hard glass enamel.
Dunhill, I mean, they've made just about everything over the years, from briefcases to pipes to clothes. Back in the day, you'd probably have a pocket watch that's be in the same pocket as, I guess you wouldn't need a pocket watch, right?
Not be sad, you wouldn't. I have a 1926 Dunhill watch lighter. I've been collecting lighters for well over 50 years. If we can make a deal today, I'm gonna spend at least some of it on my lovely lady.
So tell me what you know about it.
Well, Dunhill was actually the first one to have a one-handed lighter. It is a one-handed lighter. You can light it with one hand.
That's pretty cool. Dunhill started off as a tobacco farmer, so guys smart enough to realize, hey, why don't I start selling stuff to light it? And maybe somebody might want to tell the time when they're lighting a cigarette, which is kind of cool when you think about it because, you know, just like everything, I mean, if you take your smartphone now, you know, it has your calendar, it has everything you need on it. Well, the more stuff you could fit into something back then, people thought it was really cool. I mean, it was a very popular lighter. You know, the prestigious, I'm doing well lighter. You know,
Absolutely.
There's people out there.
Symbol.
It was a status symbol, exactly. I mean, there's people that wear Timexes and there's people that wear Rolexes.
That's right.
What's really cool about these is that someone came up with the idea and Dunhill had to go commission somebody to make watches for them. And then they realized it was kind of a good idea and they started making their own. So what's really nice is that you have one of the ones that are pre the ones Dunhill built, which were actually better watches. Just makes it a little bit more rare. What are you looking to get for it?
6,000.
If it was in perfect condition, I could probably offer you that. There's just some chipping on the enamel here. It's just not in $6,000 condition. The thing it does have going for it is that they are really collectible. Would you take $3,000 for it?
No, I would not.
I'm gonna need you to come down from 6. We're gonna have to meet somewhere. I just...
5.
Would you take 4?
Let's split the difference. 42.5.
Let's do 4.
Sure.
All right.
I'm very happy with the deal. I think that's fair all the way around. The store has to make a little profit there, hopefully a lot of profit. That way we can keep on and have a good relationship for the future.
How's it going?
What do we got?
Got a 1923 Audemars pocket watch.
Oh, wow. Can I see it?
Definitely see it.
Audemars is probably one of the best watch builders there is out there. It takes about 3 minutes to make a Timex. It takes about 3 years to make an Audemars.
I'm here today to sell my grandpa's 1923 Audemars pocket watch. My grandpa bought it from someone in Pearl Harbor after the war, and it's pretty much all the knowledge I have about it. If I made a sale today, I'd probably reinvest the money into my company.
This is really cool. Just put it on this. What's it made of, do you know?
I believe it's 18 karat gold.
It looks like it's white gold. Audemars Piguet, they kind of made their name by having the thinnest pocket watches. Back in the day, this was a really, really important tool. Railroad conductors used to have special watches that were all set in time so they couldn't ever mess with setting the time because, think about it, your trains going on a train track.
You gotta be on
They're
point on
crossing
that.
each other.
Yeah.
You don't do it at a certain time, you're gonna hit another train.
Makes sense?
So United States watch standards became so ridiculous that, believe it or not, Swiss watches were garbage. American pocket watches are what's really expensive and really collectible and stuff like that. Do you mind if I open it real quick?
Yeah, no problem.
Yeah. We got one problem. It's a European pocket watch. For whatever reason, people don't collect them. If it was a wristwatch, it's going to be worth all kinds of money. When it comes to pocket watches, it's just not
Different
there.
story.
It just is. What is really cool about it is how flat it is and how small it is. And it's in almost pristine condition. So how much are you looking to get out of it?
I was thinking around 10,000.
Okay, so I can't get anywhere close to 10 grand.
What are you thinking about? Maybe like 8?
I'm thinking about 1,000.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, that's that. And honestly, man, that's because this thing's made of gold. If it wasn't made of gold, it'd be worth a lot less.
I got you, I got you.
You know, I really wish I could offer more because,
it's all good,
I mean,
yeah.
dude, I'm the guy with the pocket watch on my wrist.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'll probably just want to just keep it in my family. It's worth more to me than
All right.
1,200 for sure.
All right, man, I appreciate you bringing it in.
No worries. Thank you very much. We weren't able to make the sale today. The price is way too low, and I'd rather just keep it in my family.
I got this old pocket watch I'd like for you to look at, see if you might be interested in.
Okay. That's really, really cool. You know what a fusee is?
No.
Okay. Really interesting watch.
Can you teach me about watches not in front of the customer?
I come down to the pawn shop today to sell my old antique fusee pocket watch. This watch is awesome because it was all handmade, the complete thing. I'd like to sell today because it's my hobby. I buy and sell watches.
So do you know much about it?
It's a fusee from late 1700s. Isaac Rogers is the maker. Its name is on the dial and also on the back.
When they wind it up, instead of using gears, it looks like a miniature little bicycle chain. Okay, as a matter of fact, these chains are so small, they used to have little kids put them together because their eyesight was good enough and their hands were so small. And it's running. And the movement is pretty. It was probably one of the most complicated miniature machines made because every gear in old fusees is hand cut. Literally, a guy had a little piece of metal and with a little file, had to cut every gear. Back in the 1700s, they didn't mass produce watch parts like they do today. Almost every single piece had to be meticulously handmade. So watches were extremely expensive, definitely a status symbol. You know, with antiques, a lot of times it's really hard to date them. But the great thing is, it was the law in England that they had to have the date on them. This mark right here, the lion, tells me that it's sterling silver. This one right here, which is a crowned leopard, means it was made in London. And this date code right here tells me it was made in I actually have an app that tells me the date code because the code's really weird.
Oh, really? You have an app?
Yes, I have an app. I'm getting technologically advanced like you kids. And there it is, 1772. Cool. A 240-year-old item like this is going to interest a lot of people. The problem is the watch movement, the whole system inside the watch, is much prettier than the watch itself. How much you want for it?
I'd like to get $1,000 out of it.
That's not going to happen. Old English watches like this really all depend on the way the case is made. It's how pretty it is, and this is a pretty plain case. I'd give you like $400 for it.
400, man, I can't sell that for 400 bucks.
I don't understand why they go for so little. You would think they would go for more.
How about 700?
I'll go 450.
Tell you what, you make it 5 and it's yours.
All right, 500. All right, you want to write them up, son?
Let's go do some paperwork, man.
I feel that I didn't get what I really should have got out of the watch, but I understand they got to make money also, so I can live with it.
Hey, what do you got here?
A Breitling that I want you to take a look at.
Thick watch.
It's a Breitling emergency. It's got a homing beacon in it. You unscrew this thing right here when you crash your plane, and it broadcasts on the emergency frequency, if you're still alive.
I decided to come to the pawn shop today to sell my Breitling watch. I got it at a good price from a buddy of mine, but I've got a ton of watches, and I'm looking to thin the collection out a little bit.
You know anything about it?
Yeah, I mean, real quality watch. This one's never been out of here, so it's got all the parts.
Yeah, Breitling's a neat company. What they did was, I think it was the Swiss Air Force, wanted a really, really accurate wristwatch for their Air Force. So they went to Breitling, which was an instrument maker, and had them design a watch that would be really accurate for a pilot. The thing is, though, if you buy one of these things and you pull that wire, my understanding is you can get in a lot of trouble, unless it's a real emergency. It costs $50,000 if you pull it. At least it can. I can believe it can cost up to that.
Kind of like calling 911 for a prank.
An emergency locator transmitter is basically a signal that's sent out to find pilots when their planes go down. When you set one off, a massive search and rescue begins. And that's why if you turn it on and you're not lost, you can get fined up to $50,000. This right here just basically tests it to make sure that the emergency part works. And does it work now? So we know that it'll broadcast on the emergency frequency.
I'm impressed.
And then you can jump on your plane and then crash yourself, and then we'll find you.
There you go. Sounds good.
This watch is really cool, but selling it is not going to be easy. It's not old enough to attract your classic watch collector, and there's just not a lot of pilots out there. Do you want to pawn it or sell it?
I'm looking to sell it.
So how much are you looking to get out of it?
I was hoping to get about $6,000 for it. It's a cool watch.
I know it's a cool watch. It's a really specialty market I have to sell it to, though. $4,000. Thing is, I'm going to put it in my showcase. I'm going to mark it $6,000, and then someone's going to beat me down to like $5,200, $5,000. I got to make something.
I need 45.
41?
42.50.
42?
Okay.
42.
All right.
All right, write them up, son.
Let's do some paperwork, my man.
Thanks. I was hoping to get a little more, but made a couple grand on it. I'm gonna go do some gambling and a few drinks and have a good meal.
What do we got here?
I have a 1977 calculator watch from HP.
Oh, wow.
It's actually really cool, really rare. There's a nerd somewhere from Silicon Valley that would love playing with it.
Sounds like you, chum.
I came down to the pawn shop today to sell my 1977 HP calculator watch. It has over 3 dozen features. It's LED screen. It's just awesome. I want to sell it because I'm trying to start a business right now. So I'm really hoping to get $1,000 to kind of kickstart that.
It's definitely cool. You know, imagine in 1977, this was an insane amount of technology that someone could wear on their wrist, and HP was probably one of the biggest tech companies in the world at the time.
Definitely.
I mean, they were kind of like the Apple of the day. I mean, even though Apple was around, they were the, you know, they started in a garage. Everything got really crazy. They blew up. Then they went from everything from watches to computers to printers. This was high tech at the time, man.
Definitely.
In 1977, the fact that you can have a calculator on your wrist was pretty big. I mean, calculators back then, I think, were a few $1,000.
I see you eyeballing this. Maybe I should be talking to you.
So what do you think, chum? Oh, yeah, I forgot. We're playing this silly game. So, does this thing work?
Yeah, definitely. Try it out.
You know, and one of the other problems with them is that kids would dream about being able to sneak these into school and use them back then. But the buttons weren't really easy to press. I mean, you actually almost had to have a pen to hit the buttons that were so small. What are you looking to do with it, my man?
I'm looking to sell it.
Okay. What are you looking to get out of it?
$1,000.
Okay, no way. I can't put this in my showcase next to a Rolex and ever expect it to sell. People want new stuff, not old stuff. I'll offer you like $100, man. I mean, that's all I'll offer you, really. I can't go any higher than that. I'm gonna need to at least make 50%, double my money, something like that.
I mean, I'm trying to start a business. Could you maybe do 150?
I can't, man.
Well, you know, it's 100 more than I came in with. I'll take it.
Right on, man. Appreciate it. Joe will write you up.
100 is nowhere near what I was looking to get out of it, but I have no purpose for it. I don't really wear watches. Probably gonna take my girl out to a nice dinner and talk about our business.
Hey, how's it going?
Good. How about yourself?
All right, what do we got here?
I've got an old pocket watch.
Oh, here we go. Ah, okay. It's probably around in 1860. Well, like the 1890s, the best watches in the world were American watches.
Interesting.
That's because, like, in England, I think it took 17 different unions to make a watch.
I'm here at the pawn shop today to sell my antique pocket watch. I bought a storage unit last year, had some antique furniture in there, and tucked away in a drawer was this watch. I'm hoping to sell the pocket watch for $300.
This is cool. So this is American Waltham Watch Company. Pocket watches got a really neat history in this country. Pocket watches basically started in Europe, but they were just notoriously inaccurate. By like the 1600s, they had pretty accurate clocks that had a pendulum to regulate them. But watches, on the other hand, they couldn't have a pendulum. So they tried to make all these different mechanisms that would make them run on time, but they didn't have the technology. And basically around the 1850s, machine tools for making watches began to get really inexpensive, the whole Industrial Revolution thing. So here in the States, little watch companies started popping up everywhere. And plain and simple, we had the best watches in the world. Our watches were so much better than like European watches. Congress passed a law saying you had to put the origin of the watch on the front of the watch because all the European watchmakers were making watches with American sounding names. But this right here is pretty cool. Got the key for it. Not exactly the easy way to set these things and wind these things like a normal watch. So let me just open this up, look at the movement. Is it a left-hand wind? Most of these were.
I don't know.
And then, yep, it runs.
Excellent.
So, how much you want for it?
I'm asking $300.
I'll give you $200 for it. They're much harder to sell nowadays. There's just not that many collectors out there. But 20 years ago, I'd offer you more.
Would you do $2.25?
Sure. Great. I'll meet you right around the corner and we'll do some paperwork, okay?
Sounds good. I sold it for $225. I feel good about it. With that $225, I'm gonna put it back in petty cash and buy another storage locker.